So once upon a time, there was a farmer.
He had a field and he threw good seeds to grow wheat.
And he was happy.
But then that night his enemy came and snuck onto his field.
He threw bad seeds that grew weeds all over the place.
When it started growing, the servants noticed that the weeds were growing with the wheat.
They were like, where the weeds come from?
A farmer said that it must have been somebody that does not like me.
The servants asked, "Do you want to strip out the weeds?"
He said no. If you pull the weeds out, it will also rip out the wheat.
Let them grow together, and when it is time to harvest, bundle up the weeds and throw them in the fire.
And the servants did.
The apostle said, "Cool story, but what does it mean?"
Jesus said the farmer represents God.
The wheat represents good people.
The weeds represent bad people.
The enemy is the devil.
The field is the world.
The servants are the angels.
The harvest is the second coming.
The apostles' minds were blown.
This story means that here on earth, we are all together.
Good and bad people, but in the end, God will take care of those who follow him.
Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed that video. First of all, welcome to lesson 12. It's titled Cuidado, careful. I think this might be a short video because I really liked the way that the cartoon video explained the parable of the wheat and the weeds and what each of us represents, what the weeds represent. So I just want you guys to really listen to the memory verse. Vence el mal con el bien. Conquer evil with good. Romans 12:21. So I think it's pretty straightforward, pretty basic. You know, weeds represent the bad people. You know, the wheat represents the good people. In this world, there's going to be good people, bad people. We all have to live in the world together. But we just need to remember that at the end of the day, if we follow, you know, God's word, we follow Jesus' word, then we will be, you know, at the end of the day, we will be with Jesus. I think this is pretty straightforward. If you guys understood the video, then there isn't much else for me to say. I just want you guys to know, you know, that not to let the bad can not necessarily represents always people. Sometimes it can be thoughts, it can be actions that we do. So we need to keep that in mind, that you know, praying, reading Bible, following God's word, that, you know, through that we can conquer the bad thoughts, the bad people, and, you know, stay in our path. So I think you guys can do both pages. Las dos actividades se me hacen simples las dos, y ustedes, yo creo que ustedes pueden hacer los dos. Aquí necesitan su Biblia para poder llenar el texto, y tienen que ayudarle a los niños a ir a la iglesia. Y ahora voy a leer la conclusión, que dice: la cizaña, that's what weeds are cizaña, es la maldad y la tristeza que quiere quitarte la fe en Dios. En la vida eterna Dios quitará la maldad y la tristeza, pero por ahora no pierdas tu fe. Tú eres una hija y un hijo del reino, firme y adelante. Así que podemos decir con toda confianza: el Señor es quien me ayuda, no temeré. ¿Qué me puede hacer un simple mortal? Hebreos 13:6. So yeah, that's this week's lesson. If you guys can close your eyes so we can pray. Padre nuestro que estás en los cielos, santificado sea tu nombre. Gracias te damos por habernos dejado escuchar tu palabra otro sábado más. Te pido por cada uno de los niños que los cuides entre semana, que les ayudes con su tarea, con sus clases. Y te pido que el próximo sábado puedan estar aquí para poder escuchar de tu palabra. Esto te lo pido en tu nombre, amado Hijo Cristo Jesús. Amén. Bye guys, see you next week.